a chair and join me today. Out in my workshop, I'm tinkering away. Wand above staring down on me. Wonder what my next project will be. Working on my Johnson, my Mercury Mark 10. Firing up my StarCraft to fish again. Grab your friends and your dog is too, to watch Tim's Workshop on my YouTube. Hey, welcome to Tim's Workshop out here in the mini shed. Going to continue on with the 1992 Johnson 3-horse made in Belgium outboard motor. Hey, also if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, leave comments, hit the notification bell for getting all my newest videos. Hit the notification bell if you got a cell phone or laptop, whatever, it'll pop up showing what I got new. So check it out. And also let your friends and family know about my videos too. Like the song at the beginning on my intro says, let your friends and doggies too know about Tim's Workshop on my YouTube. Okay, so let's get going on this vintage outboard motor. Well, let's get this flywheel off. I'm curious as to what this looks like. This trigger mechanism, or whatever it is. Got it. That wasn't very easy to get off. That's one of the toughest ones I've seen. There we go. Wow. That was on there. Now, what's missing on here, get the camera angled right. So we got this, the flywheel off. This is the trigger. Okay, this is the coil, the pickup coil. And this thing is missing a spring. Okay, it goes from here somewhere over to here. See this right there? That's where the spring goes. So it goes there, and I don't know where it connects over here. I'll have to take a close look at it, see where it goes. But that aids this going back to where it's supposed to be. Even though you got the cable hooked up here, and you have it hooked up here, so it's solid, right? But when you take the cable back and forth, when you go back this way, you want some tension on this thing to go back the other way when you turn the handle. Otherwise, it's not going to work very good. This piece down below here, this nylon piece, and this will snap up into it. Okay. The picture view of the actual cable, though, this end is just coming down straight. So I could just probably trim this end off. But if it works, I'm not going to worry about it unless it's hitting something. I don't think it's going to hit anything. I think we're going to be okay, but we'll try it. And if I have to, I'll trim that off. So whichever end, this one or the one on the other end, whichever fits better into this piece, we'll go with that. So first off, we're going to figure out which end we want, and then we'll cut off the other end, right? But we'll leave a little cable there because we're not going to need all of this, In fact, a lot of this is going to get cut off. It actually has a part number here, but that's for the lawnmower. So we're going to use this portion of it, right? And then the other cable, what we're going to use on it, got to decide on which casing I want. Do I want this casing or do I want this one? This one's more flexible, so I think this is the one we want. This one's not as flexible. So we'll save this. This is what we're going to use, right? We'll keep this portion on there. Okay, so we're going to use this, right? This piece here is going to go here, okay? And then we're going to have enough of this cable that it'll come down here and around to the tiller handle. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to get this thing cut up, and that way we got something to work with. Well, I got a spring on here, but it doesn't go all the way back, so I'm going to have to shorten this spring up. There's a loop in the middle here, so I can cut this end off, use a loop to bring it up. I think, and it's also hanging, the spring is hanging up. You hear that click? The spring is hitting this, so I'm going to fix that. Then I got this on there, and this thing goes far enough up that it's not going to interfere with this. If it does, I can cut it down a little bit. So this cable is a spring, basically, long spring. And the spring has threads on it, naturally have threads on it. You could take these parts off just by unthreading it. Works great. So I was able to get these parts off the cable. This is the cable sleeve that we're going to be using. This piece here, I don't think it's going to work in the handle. We might be able to modify it, I don't know. Or I could find something else that'll work. Either way, I could take this off, so that's no biggie. This thing needs to be greased up a little bit. It's a little too stiff, so we're going to smooth that out too before we put it all together. This will go in great. We can shove the cable through here, just like that. Well, I'll show you what progress I've made here. So I took this piece off here, so I got a little more distance between here between here and the end of the cable here. Also, the end of the cable, there's like 2 notches on this plastic piece. Make sure you shove it all the way up into the top one, and that'll lock it in. It's not going to come apart now. So that works good. So I didn't need this. Took that off. Also, I had to drill the center of this plastic piece larger for this cable to easily go in, and it was a little too tight. So got that going. I fixed the spring. It goes all the way against the stop now. And it doesn't hang up anymore. I got to keep tension on this. Okay, so I got the cable in here. It's not hitting anything. Got this going, and then the sleeve that I'm going to use. The cable will go in the sleeve here. This part of it will thread into this part, so that's no biggie. I'm not going to be using all of this. I'm only going to be using what I need to get into the handle on the other side here. Got the handle on, so that's good. So now we're ready to put the cable through here and get it locked in. Show you where I'm at now. I took all this off on the handle, got this out. Instead of putting a barrel in this piece here, I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole that comes out the side here, because there's plenty of room. There's nothing in the way down here, so I could drill at an angle, have a hole come out on the side here, and then put a screw in and wind the cable around the screw, just like a ground wire, and then screw it in, and that'll hold the cable secure. And I don't have to make a barrel, a little tiny solder barrel that it's going to be too hard to do. So there's no reason why I can't just lock the cable in another way. I don't have to have it in a barrel. So I got this up there, okay, and I got the cable going into this, and the piece that I got over in the handle over here, I got it in so it's nice and solid in there, not coming back out. And that piece there I took off of this end. It was threaded into here, and it's a long thread, right? So I took that piece with all this off, and this plate, all right? This plate has a round hole, and those threads, what I did is I took my tap and put threads on this plate. It was just a round solid hole, okay? So I took a tap and put threads on it, and then I took this piece and I put it upside down with a socket and took my hammer and pounded that in to all the way down so it's flush on this plate. And then the other piece, the nylon piece, it just has a square hole that the thread went right through. And then this section here and the handle, that threaded piece went right into, no problem. I mean, it was perfect. So the only thing I had to pound this thing into was this first metal plate. And once that was in there, it was in there. So now it's good to go. There we go. It's a little bit stiff moving this roller at a certain point. Okay, there's a cam over here. So this thing wants to pop out when we get to that point. So what I need to do is figure out how I can keep this thing from popping out. With any luck, I should have this done today. There it goes. Yay! I fixed this up underneath here to make it so it wouldn't keep popping out. What I did is I trimmed off that little extra piece, just a 90-degree turn on that end, and I drilled a hole through the corner of it and put a washer and some wire through the hole to hold everything on so it wouldn't pull through or fall out. So works good. So I got that fixed. Like I said, I drilled a hole through here and came out the side over here. So I put a screw here, which I wound the cable around like you would take a ground cable on an outlet, and then put the screw in to hold it, right? So I got to trim these wires off, but they're a little bit too long. So it's a little loose here, but it's not going to fall off. So I need to trim these wires. But it works. Alrighty. So, all done. Yay, it works. So the next step now is getting in here and getting this carburetor all cleaned up. That'll be on the next video. So that's it for this video. So if you like, let your friends and family know about my videos. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, get the old hand thing. Alright, so until next time, we'll see ya.